Peace and good morning. Wise Solace here. Peace and wisdom, JW. I was going to do this video for you guys, but I'm not sure if I'm clear enough. It's kind of noisy out here. Can y'all give me a sound check? Let me know. Peace and wisdom. Y'all can hear me over this water? Loud and clear. Peace and wisdom. Now let's begin. Can I get another sound check, please? I just want to make sure I'm clear enough. It sounds so loud to me, I can't hear myself. So if I'm yelling, it's not on purpose. I can't hear. Thank you all for great prosperity and good morning to everyone. Now I want to say this deep message for you guys. Hopefully everyone takes it in good spirits. I know in the morning times a lot of us wake up on the wrong side of the bed. And so I want to say this. Maybe I'll move back a little bit. I apologize, let me get adjusted. Is my sound better? So see, yeah, it's good energies. Sitting out here, gathering my thoughts. But as I said, I want to do this deep message for you guys, or this deep video. We all go through things, different experiences, different issues in life. And so you know how we are, when we go through a thing, and so we get past that thing, and so we look at it as we overcame it. I'll give you an example. Let's say you was in a bad relationship, and so you eventually got out of that relationship. You view it as you got past that hardship in your life. You may have been in jail. When you get out, you kind of get your life back on track. You may look at it as, I overcame that. Now, the point I'm making is overcoming a thing is not a matter of getting past it. Life moves forward, so you will always move past things, meaning physically. But the emotional state in the mind is usually bound to circumstances. And so if a man goes to jail and he gets out and he gets himself back on track, he'll view it as, I overcame that. But not necessarily. That may have altered his state of thinking, his state of being, making him different from the pure state he was in before he went through that hardship. See, hardships shape and form the mind if you don't keep your own mind stable. And so you can never look at a thing as just because you're not in that place anymore that you overcame it. You can get past the thing, but overcoming the thing is different. And so the point I'm making is most of us have to learn to overcome the hardships and things we go through. Meaning it alters the state of the mind. To go through a hardship and then, you know, stay the same way you were before you experienced that. So this would be overcoming it. Oh, that would be like, I apologize. That would be like that situation never happened. Being as though it did, so you have to learn to adjust the state of self to be like you were before you were ambushed by whatever hardships you all went through. Peace and wisdom to everyone coming in. Time to time, can y'all let me know if I'm clear? It's really loud out here. Bust down with Cece. She said, oh my God, you the truth. Thank you. Truth is just that. Always being true. We think true is like I'm real. I bust my gun. I'm cool with the people I was cool with from day one, and all of this is foolishness talk. Truth is truth, meaning when you rebuke all lie. So you are truth. And so you speak that. Meaning a lot of y'all know truths. Or better yet, a lot of y'all know lies. And you haven't spoken out against that lie. And say, no, this is the truth about that matter. I ain't challenging he who lying, but I'm just speaking against the lie itself. What was said was a lie. Like I said, a lot of people, they know truths, or they know of lies, but they have yet to come to terms, or they have fears, so to say. And so they may say nothing. The point I'm making is, if you know a lie right now, I don't mean an opinion, but a lie, and you like, I know of this lie, but I never said nothing. So you a lie. You are the ally of a lie. You are the secret keeper of the lie. It's no going around it. And so I try to make sure I speak truth. A lot of you guys have y'all following, a lot of you guys have y'all teachings that y'all follow. And so if I speak against the teaching, y'all take it as I'm speaking against an individual. But my battle is not with no individuals. It's like the good book said, my battle is with principalities, honor, things like that. The unseen things in life that manifest through the vessels. Meaning lie manifests through people. Sometimes it manifests through here and there. Some people become embodied by lie. Meaning all they pretty much do is lie. Very often you get the truth out of them. Then you have others that embody truth. They just speak truth. Even if it doesn't make them look good, so they're not looking to help lie in any way. Meaning if there's anything I've ever done, or something you may feel like, oh, he a fraud about this, I would say if you were right. And so in that, you would know I would never be a fraud of anything, because what sense would that make? And so you have to grasp, you have to just align yourself with the truth. We all know what the truth is. We all know what lies is. And then you have that in-between thing where you're not sure. And so when you're not sure, well, so you have to become sure. And so this is a matter of truth. This is the walking path of truth. Y'all speak negative about people. Sometimes I hear it, but I don't know if it's the truth. How you doing? And so in that, what's up, brother? And so in that, you never know. I just realized I'm not from out here. I'm not from out here. They talking to me like, I guess it's my spirit. A lot of y'all have me as like an angry person or a mean person. And most people, when they see me, they just say, look at nice young man. I usually speak, meaning everybody that rolled by and waved, I waved at them first. I kind of respect people's space. I try to look at people as a friend. If you ain't never did nothing to me and I don't know you, so we good. So if I see you, I say, hey, how you doing if you crossing my path? Ain't no need to ice grill you. You ain't do nothing to me. And I ain't really looking for enemies. You get a bunch of those when you come from the ghettos. Meaning you born with enemies if you came from the ghetto, you know that. Whoever your peoples had beef with. And so I ain't looking for no enemies. That's a waste of time. You can't really build with that. Just destroy yourself or destroy them, either way. I figure I've done enough destruction in life. And so my bag is full on that. Just like a lot of y'all. Y'all bag is already full. But everyone learns, and adjust self on their own terms. But the main thing I want to say is make sure you get over your hardships, meaning overcome them. Don't just get past the thing. But if you have any hard feelings inside about a thing, that means you have not overcame it. Saying I'm good and you know how the swag kind of go. That don't necessarily mean you overcame that thing. And so the main thing is to overcome it for your own emotional state, your own mental state, We don't look at it like that, but our hardships are the things that we haven't got over. They shape and form us as people. They kind of make the character. Ours, I mean. And so most of y'all are not the same people y'all were when y'all were young children. Most of y'all are not the people y'all were when y'all were teenagers. And so you want to find a good frequency. You want to find a good frequency in whole lot. Meaning you go through these different changes throughout your life. Different person than you were when you were a child, as opposed to when you were a teenager. Different person as an adult, as opposed to when you were a teenager. And so, like I always say, we were perfect when we were children before we were influenced. And so if you can kind of pull back for that, so you'll be all right in this life. Took me years to learn that all you can do is recoup what you plant. Whatever you plant, that's your harvest. And so a lot of our young, they run around, they say, I'm a savage. They got the mindset like, I ain't no coward, I'll bust your head. And so those things align with destruction, meaning they are destroyers. And so all you can do is harvest what you plant. And so if the mind state is like that, so the words will be like that. In that, our young is out here shooting each other and dying. It's not because It's a matter of what they live by. Meaning you have kids in the ghetto that don't live by that. They kind of go to school, go to college. They kind of try to stay out the way. They don't have those problems with people looking to blow their head off. But so that comes with the talk. It comes with the mind state. So if you a savage and you bust heads, all those that bust heads, so everybody wants to be the best. Peace and wisdom. Can I get some thumbs up if y'all don't mind? Like I said, if it seems like I'm yelling, I'm not. It's just really loud over here. So like I said, be mindful of what you're harvesting. Be mindful of the vibration you're on. What side of life you are part of. Also, I want to say subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I suppose I got some haters that work for YouTube and Facebook and all these weird things. So, if you a supporter, I need y'all support for real. All around the board. Peace and wisdom. But the main thing is to get the wisdom and apply it. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but so repetition. Meaning, if you repetitiously work at and keep your mind in a state that I want change for myself, I want to kind of better myself. Not in the perspective of financially, but as a person. Because once you better yourself as a person, you'll be more open to others. And so people will include you in whatever they have going for your good energies and things like this. So if you're wondering like, damn, why Solace ain't I probably don't have good energies to people. Or maybe people are jealous, and so, you get it? Whatever it may be, it's a matter of that. The energies, whether it's my fault or other people's fault because they harbor envy. But whatever the case may be, I don't get lost on either. So I just keep doing what I do, and I try to better myself. You know, be more welcoming. More kind. Why? Because I'm really not a mean person, so it's no point on holding up perspectives that people try to shape and form of you. A lot of times we do that. It's like, man, if they say I'm like this, so I'm going to give them that. And you ain't got to do that. You be more of what you feel you are. If they say you mean and bad, so put more energy into you being good and kind. And so that will blossom more, or that will speak in a higher volume in regards to what they're saying. And so wisdom isn't about scholarship and me breaking down these different books y'all have. That's just a gift. Meaning most of y'all ain't never gonna be able to do that. That's just my own personal gift. We all have talents. So my talent is I'm kind of good at understanding anything. But it's a matter of the wisdom I hold. Meaning it's good for any text. It's like a Rosetta Stone. I'm like a Rosetta Stone. Whatever text you have, I can explain it to you where you'll get the point of it. And so be mindful of your environment and the people you're around. Because you can learn a thing and be in good spirits and then go back to an environment where it knocks that vibration right out. And so a lot of you guys have that issue. You have it in mind like I want to be a better person, and you put the effort towards it. But then when you get back in your natural state of it or your natural environment, people kind of throw you out your frequency. Start aggravating you and dragging you back into, you get it? And so you want to kind of hold your frequency. The only way to do that is to hold your environment. Meaning whatever environment got you feeling good and more positive, you have to be there. We think home is where we was raised up at. Home is where the heart is. Meaning wherever you at and you feel good and you like, dag, I don't really have that many worries when I'm in this environment. I feel kind of peaceful within myself. Well, that's your home. And so as long as you stay away from that place, grasp, you lost in this life. Meaning you lost from your home. You could have never been to that place a day in your life and just went there and said, oh, I like the feel of this. So you stay there. You have to build there. That's your home. And so me traveling around looking for land, looking for the different feel of different places, because I understand environments. I've come to realize I think I found my home already. I just have to figure out how to get with the city and see how I can get it. And so the first steps of cleansing self out is becoming aware. You have to be aware, like, maybe I didn't get over this situation. In totality, meaning in the mind and the spirit, I still think about it. You know, I still get agitated about it sometimes. So that's your sign that you haven't overcame that thing. And so life is about that. When you have those moments where you feel like things are still bothering you from your past, these are the things that you're supposed to be trying to adjust. Meaning, if you have an issue with a family member, so you should be trying to fix that so you can feel better. You get it? You don't have to think about whatever negativity is coming with that. And so we have a whole bunch of issues and things we haven't come to terms with, things that bother us. And so it's a matter of that. When you get those feelings, you have to address them. Try to smooth it out so you can move forward mentally and spiritually in peace. Because peace is your highest commodity. It's like your bliss or your vacation for the soul when you're in peace. Many people have never felt, complete peace. There's always things on the mind. Rent, bills, problems with the kids, whatever the case may be. But the mind is never totally, completely free and in peace. And so that's what you all should be pulling for. Meaning, I know y'all all want to be rich. But I've come to realize being rich makes you go crazy. It makes you unstable. Why? Because you have enough money to do anything you want. And so here I am in Niagara Falls for no reason. You get it? And so it's a deep thing. Money make you go crazy. Meaning it make you burn yourself out. Because there's no limits of what you can do. And so that's not a good thing. You want to be stable. Still. Secure. And so most rich people are not secure. They're kind of unstable. They bounce around, and it's because the mind is that way. And so as I come up financially, I try to make sure I come up more mentally and spiritually to kind of combat that weird stuff that comes with physical wealth. Peace and wisdom, Melanin Moan. I appreciate the give and receive. Peace and wisdom, Sir Jones, and everyone else. Anyone else gave back that I missed, thank you. And so just be balanced in this life. Always do a self-check after every day. Make sure you're on the right side of life. Like I said, a lot of you guys know of lies that you haven't said anything about. And it's because you don't want to disrespect the person that said the lie. But you have to look at it as you're not disrespecting that person and you're not challenging them, but you are truth, and so you have to be an ally to that. Lies cause confusion. Truth doesn't. And so I try to make sure I always speak truth. If I know of anything that's not right, I try to speak it and say it. Come on, bye. Yeah, I try to speak it and say it. Peace and wisdom. Thank you, Q King. You see how they asked? Can we pass? So I like people like that have respect for space. Of course, I don't own outside, but still, these are the things I do. Meaning, if I see someone standing somewhere, I'll try to walk around them, you know, behind them, not directly in front of them. If I see two people speaking, I never walk in between them. If there's nowhere else to walk, then I kind of say, excuse me, so that they can come together and I can, you know, I don't want to part their path. I don't want to walk in between their energies, which is them speaking. I don't know if they speaking positive to each other, negative, or whatever the case may be. I don't want to walk into that ghost, because that's what these things truly are. Meaning negative energies, positive energies, these is ghosts. You walk through it, kind of start to tamper with your state. And so I kind of try to be mindful of these things. Like I said, a lot of y'all have me as like some type of outlaw, some type of wild boy or something. And I ain't nothing like that. Maybe when I was younger. But I'm just calm and peaceful. I don't really, my peace and calmness it matches that other side. Meaning if you balance, so this is balance. A man can be as ferocious as he can be kind. Meaning if you look at me and you say, man, Solace is ferocious, sometimes he'll chop your head off. I'm equally kind. Meaning if you on my kind side, so you'll say the same thing. Man, he too kind. He too nice. A person told me before, you too loyal. And so I had to tell him, ain't no such thing, champ. Maybe I just need to stop hanging with you since you got that mindset. Because I don't even see how that makes sense. And so if you think that way, I need to separate from you and find people that feel like me, where you can't never be too loyal. That don't even make sense. You can never be too good. You know? And so, had my mind not been strong, so I would have took in consideration what he said and said, you know what, bro, you right, I am too kind. Then I'd have slapped, you get it? Then I'd have slapped him, then he would have been mad at me like, what you doing? Well, you said I'm too loyal and stuff, so I'm trying to do the opposite. And so you get my point? Most people would give you advice they don't want you to live by. Not when you're living it by them, you get it? They give you advice they want you to do to go mess yourself up and others. And so you gotta be strong in the mind. Peace and wisdom, y'all. Just be mindful of things. Try not to give people advice. Give them wisdom. Let them make their own decisions with the wisdom. You give a person advice, you're telling them what to do. They can't never learn anything like that. And they gonna always be bothering you, talking about what should I do. And so you got better things to do than think for them. And so be mindful. Wisdom's a process. Wisdom's something that's added to the self. It's like a belt. You see a man with a karate belt, so you know that he has discipline. Not that he can fight, but he has discipline. A lot of y'all will get lost and say, nah, I see a man with a belt, I know he could fight. Everybody could fight. A little kid could punch you in the face, so that would fall under fighting. But so the man that has the belt, he is skilled in fighting, and so in that he is skilled in his discipline. Because if you were taught how to fight, so I suppose you were taught some sort of a discipline to go with it. And if you weren't, then you might want to go back to whoever you learned from and tell them, like, what did you do to me? Even a hitman, somebody that kills for a living. So when they're taught their job, they're taught a discipline. Why? Because a man can't lose his discipline. That's his morals. And so you have to grasp. Be at peace. Good morning, Audrey, country girl. I think you sent me a give and receive the other day. Thank you if that was you. Y'all be having different names. I don't be knowing. But I'm just out here catching this good energy. About to slide out of here. I was going to stay for a while. But everything is shut down. So be at peace. Be a blessing to others if you can. Blessings ain't financially. I'm sorry, blessings ain't financial. We kind of think everything in life is a money thing, and it ain't. Y'all will be surprised how good companionship will mean more to y'all than money. All right? Thank you, 11 pounds, if you did. I haven't received any cash apps, so I suppose you're lying. But work on that. If you're not lying, peace and wisdom, and thank you. Peace and wisdom. 11 pounds said, my sharing wisdom with you guys is a blessing. The blessing is when you apply it to self and get it down pat where you can pass it on to others accurately. And so, y'all see how everybody ride by and they wave? It's because I'm waving to them. And so, whatever you plant, you harvest back. Now, somebody's going to walk by or ride by, and I'm going to wave to them, and they're not going to wave back. And so that's usually what would, alter the state I'm in. Meaning I'd stop saying hi to those that come by. Now, I'm not going to do that, but I'm just giving you an example of how people get taken out of their natural frequency. And so I wave to everybody that goes by. Everybody that goes by, they wave back, give me a smile. This is good energy. And so you want to keep that. Sometimes I force people to smile. They spoke already. If y'all was wondering. There go one. Nah, I waved to them. They said, they spoke back. But it really truly wouldn't matter if they did or not. Like I said, your vibration is yours. I'm not looking to receive back the good energies, just plant them. They harvest out when they do. Normally they'll harvest out when you need it. So I don't necessarily need the good energy right now, but maybe tomorrow. And so maybe tomorrow a bunch of people will say, hey Solace, how you doing? Kind of lifting me up. And so when you're vibrating high and you're feeling good, pass that on. The same way y'all quick to pass on y'all anger. We get that anger away because we don't want that. Say, man, you can have all this pain. I don't need it. Do the same with the love and the happiness. Pass that on too, because people need that. And pay you back 2 times fold. I'm talking about on the love and the happiness. Peace and wisdom, Aaron Williams. Thank you for the give and receive, brother. Peace and wisdom. Aaron Williams said, I seen a video you said you was depressed. Yeah, I get depressed. The wise one gets depressed. But depression ain't my state. And so it wouldn't matter if I was depressed, it would never last. And so you want to get to that place where you are, where you know your vibration. Other vibrations will come, and this is all right. Meaning I'm usually upbeat, at peace. And so depression, me feeling a little angered sometimes, this is good. This is good for balance. It helps me to appreciate that peace that I usually have. Because when I'm in, yesterday that was my thoughts. I said, man, I be having peace all the time. I don't really like how this feel. I forgot. I forgot how depression feel, man. And so it's a deep thing. I had to get up and leave the atmosphere I was in, which is basically my house. Life is like that. Once the thoughts and the emotional state become sour, whatever environment you in, so the energy is there. And so leave that environment and let it air out. Y'all be in certain places and y'all be thinking negative thoughts. Having sad, you may be sad and you sitting there depressed in that place. And so now that place is full of your energies. Kind of like when the TV is plugged in. So you have that, those rays, you can say, I guess alpha rays maybe, kind of all over the room. And so it's the same with your thoughts. If the thoughts ain't on a good path, you fill the space up with that energy. How you doing? And so once that happens, you have to leave the space. Let it air out. Sometimes a lot of you guys are in places with others, and so they mind space is all scrambled. You may not know what's in their mind space, but they may be troubled, and they're just not saying anything. And then you become kind of disturbed in your way, but you don't know why. You like, Dag, I feel uneasy, but I don't really know why. It's that. Their energies is in that environment, and you're there. And so now it's starting to penetrate you. A lot of y'all been through that before, where you go to a certain environment and you like, I don't like the energies here. It don't feel good. You mean like, I don't like how it's making me feel here. That. You have to be mindful of the energy people are giving off. Sometimes they're not speaking, so when that happens, it's harder. You have to be observant, look at the face, look at the eyes, see where, the state of being is. Maybe you can help them and take them out of their state. If theirs is too heavy, then you just have to move on because they're going to overpower you. And so be mindful. Yeah, we've all been there. GD said, my son watches you, he don't even understand you. Peace and wisdom. Long as he understands fairness and balance, so he should be good once he start applying that to himself. And kind of expecting that from all those that come into contact with him. Like I said, my wisdom is for those on my wisdom ain't for those of y'all that just came into knowledge or just came into that state where you like, I want to be somebody. Not be somebody, but I want to be, wise. I want to get into my knowledge. You might be confused on the things I'm saying because I'm dealing with high-level scholarship, deep levels of science, philosophy, things like that. But I make it simple, so whatever I break down that's complex, I usually give you a simple side to it so you can grasp. I would say let a person become grown before they indulge in the wisdom. But you give them little things to apply to themselves so they don't become overwhelmed. Like you can tell your kids, to always make sure they cleanse themselves of negative energy. If anyone ever makes them mad, make sure they're aware that they have to go somewhere and get rid of that feeling because it will carry over. It will become solid inside of self. And so when that, one's vibrating on that, they giving that off. So it's a deep thing. Be mindful. Peace and wisdom. Like I said, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. And if you want to give back, of course I believe in balance. First lesson life teaches us is that when we breathe, come out the womb, we take in oxygen, we have to give it back. So this is balance. That's the first law of life. Day has a time, night has a time. Balance. And so if you want to give back, you can do so at paypal.me/Solace Solari or cash.app/$ the real Solace. I'm about to slide out as I said. Hopefully everyone's in good spirits. You're welcome, Audrey, country girl. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace and wisdom, all praises to the horizon.